Hey guys, welcome back to Vampyr. And let's see, so in the last episode I got killed a whole bunch of times by a pretty difficult boss, at least for me. But we ended up getting all the medicine that we needed from the morgue and created a couple of potions to fight fatigue. And now we need to go give them to Nurse Dorothy Crane, so let's head over there.
It's locked, all right.
Alright. Not sure where she'll be, so we'll just look around. It's funny, some doors you can't even open at all. Like, they're not locked, they're just... I wonder what's upstairs. I don't think I've been on the third floor. Oh, nothing. Okay. One of those doors that you can't open at all. Okay, Dorothy Crane, she's probably making the rounds. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that is helpful. Unknown, who's that dude? Somebody outside, it looks like. Pippa Hawkins. Alright, let's go meet this unknown character.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Yes, you should. Alright, let's talk to this guy first.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
That doesn't answer the question. Okay, let's see.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Alright.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Okay, what I found kind of weird is that he said I was supposedly dead whenever I first introduced myself to him, so how did he know that?
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Okay, Milton Hooks. Maybe he was like actually saw me before I got dumped into that thing, you know, the whatever thing. I mean, the landfill with all the bodies in it that we started at. Have we met before? Yeah.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
A funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Oh, that is not a funny story, dude.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
That reminds me of the dude that killed me like 5 times. His name John Doe. Let's see. Personal.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Some stuff I needed. Codeine? Ooh. Potassium ergotamine. Opium. Wow. On citizens for its sedative and anesthetic properties. Okay, well I don't know if I
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart. I'm managing a train terminal, not a morgue.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know like what of that list that I would need, so. Let's see, we were looking for Mrs. Pembroke's hospital. Mrs. Dorothy Crane. So let's see if we can find her. Someone unknown in there. Dorothy Crane, here you are.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Okay, diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. God, I need to eat them when they're still healthy. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. Okay, speak to him? Oh, okay. A rat in the hospital. Okay, so now I can go through here. And who are you?
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me...
So I take it you're the patient.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Diseases. Press RB to check the medical status of the citizen. Healing the citizen will increase its blood quality and reward you XP. Health status of the district will also improve. Nice.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Well, let me see, like, what's...
I will see you later.
Well, let me just learn what his problem is before I give him medicine. How painful.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Okay, I already asked him how painful, and he said he didn't want to talk about it.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
And you don't even want to write. What a pick. Why are you even here? I don't know, man. Can I, like...
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
See, I can still give him medicine. Okay.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Okay, so I give him a treatment for fatigue because his throat hurts.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening,
But in
sir.
the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, so I got some XP. What the hell are you talking about, lady?
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
Okay, who are you?
As for me,
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
I just did. Like you were right there whenever it happened. Okay, tell me about yourself.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Okay, so you're rich.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
I see.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Cool.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Okay, so she thinks she should be treated better than anyone else. Tell me about your arrival.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She accepted a bribe.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Did I go through here? No. Okay.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Alright, so I gave this dude some medicine.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
Okay.
I'll see you later, Nurse Crane.
So it was Hawkins that charged the lady for the bed, so I do want to check that out. Citizen's Blood will provide you a massive XP boost. Look for citizens of your mesmerized level or below and choose wisely. So we probably don't want to eat the rich people. I think they're like a high status in the community or something. So maybe everybody hates them and we do want to eat them. All right, let's see. So Swansea wanted to talk to me, and then what else? There was something I said I should investigate. Player position, main quest, local investigation. Oh, here. Missing ingredients. Reach the pharmacy. So what's this? Young daring physician, presently conducting experiments, waiting for products to be ordered. Okay, so this is yeah, that's right. When I first met him, he said, like, if you happen to be in the area. And then this lady said, what? Thelma Howcroft, the vampire? Find out who's spying. Oh. Yeah, she's convinced she's undead and trapped in a rotting body. And she claims she's being spied on by some men and women who want to hunt her down because she's a vampire. She referring to the guard of Prewin. I can't take the risk of having these hunters investigate around the hospital. Maybe I should spy on them to protect Thelma Howcroft from those hunters. Okay, that sounds interesting. Let's try. Find out who's spying on Thelma. So, oh, it's the dude from the first boss.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Your flock? Yeah.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Oh, so that Clay Cox guy was like a gang leader. The one that killed somebody and dumped him in the river earlier? I was going to get some hints on him and then eat him real good.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Yeah, that's rough. These times, it's not like they have CDC that just put on these big masks and come. There's like an outbreak or something. That would be some scary shit. All right, let's see. What's this?
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Oh god, I missed the name. Was it something Jones? Shit. It'll probably come up again.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
You'd be surprised, dude. Experience it firsthand.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest, and then I can go back to the people who need me.
Sounds good.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be.
I cannot enter.
Damn.
Oh, here's Thelma. Let's see if she has any.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Okay, so
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
all right. So we need to try to find out for her who's stalking her, and also mainly for us. Like we don't want any hunters stalking a fake vampire and finding a real one. So okay, that's the Undertaker. What's this? What's
It's locked, all right.
Oh, it's locked. Shit. Okay. Go out this way. Oh, something shiny in here.
It's locked.
It's locked. Oh, of course. Oh wait, I want to go towards the white head. Not the Y is probably my main quest. The white head disappeared. Where'd it go? Huh. It was pointing in this direction. What happened to it? Do I have it on my map? Oops, wrong key. Map, there we go. Alright, well I guess it's back this way. Someone in here, perhaps? Oh, this is, that was my room. Never mind. Shit, to the north. I mean, surely they're, like, outside the hospital. $40 meters this way. I'm just confused about why it why it disappears when I get close. Wait, is that 31 meters? Or, yeah, 30. Oh. It's gotta be somewhere around here. Maybe behind this building? Okay, so I have to go all the way around. There's... Oh yeah, there's some people there. Alright. Can I get it up there? Up there? Up there? No? Okay, somewhere in this building I have to find a way in. Your king and country needs you. Join the British ranks. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Alright, let's go investigate. So, resistance to range and resistance to melee. Okay, here we are. Let's just get this over with here.
It's one of them!
Bastard's got fire. I need to lock on. Okay. Oh shit, missed. Shit. It's kind of hard in like close quarters. So are you. Shillings, solution. Okay, go. Let's see, from the, vampire activity, hospital survey, investigate. 3 days ago, one of our new recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in the Pembroke Hospital. All we have is her first name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech, then report directly back to us, and we will decide what action should be taken. Survey mission. Oh, okay, so I'm officially on chapter 2 now of the... Alright, that's going to be whenever I do the main quest. What about the survey thing? Oh, what do we got here? Fatigue? Oh. Oh no, there's more people that are fatigued. Okay, so we're going to have to try to get more medicine to help them out. Even this guy. Damn. I'm going to need to make more fatigue potions. Everyone's getting tired. Healthy, okay. Let's see. Whoa, find the local command post of the guard pre-witnesses. Update? No. Oh yeah, here we go. Determine what the pre-win agents have discovered. Find the local command post. Alright, let's see. Anything else? Small bag of junk. Oh, I broke that. Okay. Clumsy me, just like in real life. Okay, so I think that's all I needed from this building. Let's see. Oh, I can't go out that way. Okay. And then it's saying the hideout here is that direction. District status is serious. Oh, that's not good. Who said that? Some dude right there. Is that just a tree? Alright, let's go. Must be up this way. Oh shit, 18? No. Nope, nope. No, get down. Oh, I'm so dead. Why am I not able to run? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm not fighting and killing a level 18 scout right now. I'll see you later. Damn. Okay, so, if their hideout is that way, then I'm going to be doing that quest later. It's too high level right now. Hey, how's your arm?
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Oh, okay, I can actually defeat on this guy. Let's see, there's still one more hint that'll give me more XP. I have mesmerized level 1 right now. Damn, Rich Lady is 4. Why is this guy? I already gave him. Oh, recovering. Okay. I was wondering, like, he had that yellow star, but I just gave him fatigue medicine. So 1650. Damn, Pippa Hawkins. She's worth some. She's got some good blood in her. And then of course Swansea, but he's the pillar of the community. So probably not a good idea. I was wondering like if I could have taken him out when I first met him and how that would have changed things, but I think not that early. Your life? No. I don't think we have any updates there.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I mean, even if I were to mesmerize him, where could I possibly take him?
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me,
Cody.
They lack the resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in London at Pembroke.
Dorothy Crane. Alright, let's go see what's his name wants. Swansea. I think his office is next to mine. Or no, wait, those are the 3. Okay, where was Swansea's office? Oh, duh, follow. I was supposed to follow the red Y. Duh. He's in the other hallway, probably. Thomas Elwood? Hilton Hooks? Oh, there's actually like a shit ton of people in here. Oh.
Please, Jonathan.
Nope, just
come
him.
in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Lady Ashbury. Okay. So look for her. You got any loot in your office? Oh yeah. Rare species of vampire? Oh, I was too slow on that. Let's see. Alright, as a scholar and exegete of ancestral writings, I would never insist enough about the importance of taking legends and ancient folklores into account when searching for hints about hidden and lost secrets. A common mistake is to take what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires, and the necessity to rethink what we see as the established truth about the various types of immortals, based on what we know and what we gathered through time. Let's see, for how many centuries did we consider that vampire was a vernacular term for what we learned to call econ? Until the day 4 explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Volkods were a lupin type of vampire, we considered these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Now we know it is not true. What about the rest? What about the Rakshasa from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jiangxi or the Puchin? Oh my god, why am I reading this? Of southern Chile. And without even leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about stories about bat-shaped women sometimes seen flying around St. James Church in Louth? What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some of the obscure testimonies which tried to destroy London in 1666 by spreading plague all around the city? What about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British econs as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed among the mortals and immortals? I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure of what we can find. If only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. Okay. So I need to go talk to the lady downstairs for Swansea. Let's see. It's like Lady Ashbury or something like that. Let's check this out. Let's see, do we want to tell her, like, hey, I took care of the people that were spying on you? Yeah. Why can't I talk?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Okay, so I already did. Who are you, Billy?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart...
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
I'm curious to know who...
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of
Alright, so...
I'll leave you, Mistress of the
That's it for
Dark,
now.
to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the oldest patient here.
Harriet Jones, okay. 1125 XP for eating him, but he's mesmerized the moment too. How's the situation?
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Yeah, Gardener, good and evil. So we can maybe find his wallet and give it back to me.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Man's seen some dark shit. No hands. Okay.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Milton shotgun. Wow. How much money? 95. I have 95. Oh man, I need to get more. Bullets. Parts. Aluminum powder. Grease and screw. Okay. Okay, so here is Lady Ashbury.
And I thought last.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Oh.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
All right, that sounds like a good deal. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.